guys, I'm going to talk to you about something very interesting that I learned over the weekend. So I was talking to this lady, something completely different, when suddenly it all came back to food as medicine, because she was asking me about what I do different. And she was mentioning that she had 3 kids. The last one had very severe autism. So when he was around 2.5, he used to have these temper tantrums where he would bang his head against the floor. So when she spoke to the pediatrician would say, just let him do it. He'll stop once the pain becomes unbearable. This child would have bruises all over his face and swelling from banging against the wall or floor. And she would hold her child, putting her leg in front so as to break that impact of the head against the floor. And one day, apparently, he had this uncontrollable temper tantrum, and was really so uncontrollable. She had to really grab him and hold on to him to prevent him from hurting himself. And in that particular day, she had not gone to the grocery store because it was just one of those troublesome days. So the next morning, what she noticed remarkably was he was much calmer, and he seemed to be more manageable. So she started going through the list of things that she must have done that made this difference or the impact. And she looked at what she cleaned her counters with, what she did her laundry with, if there was anything different. The only thing that really stood out was that she couldn't go to the grocery store. And she normally made grilled cheese sandwiches for her kids. And she used to work in a pediatrician's office. And one of the things that she looked at, all of the things that he normally eats, and that the fact that he didn't eat what he normally ate and was calm the next day, she realized there was just one particular ingredient, which is called a red 40. It's a dye, it's a food additive, and it's present in cereal and bread and cheese and pizza, the usual processed stuff. So she removed the red 40 ingredient containing foods, and then she realized all his pills had red 40. So she got an alternative to the pills that had red 40, and she was talking to the pediatrician, and this is the part that really gets me. The pediatrician did not believe that this would have an impact. In fact, she said one of the pediatricians found it so amusing what she actually was saying, that he pulled out a red sucker, sucked on it or licked on it, and told her, it looks like I'm going to be acting up tonight. So it's almost like no one believed her, and she had to find a physician who would actually believe that this red 40 made a big impact on her child, because not only after she stopped the red 40, within a week, this child that could barely put words or sentences together was singing nursery rhymes. And right now he's got a sports scholarship and is in one of the colleges. And I thought the story was very remarkable. And we've discussed this in our classes about the food additives, and I don't think anybody in this group would ever buy any of this without doing the label reading, the NIP, nutrition, ingredient, and processing. But however, my husband goes out to the grocery store, and this is what he gets: a nice gluten-free wrap. And let me tell you, from a nutrition standpoint, it's pretty good. It just has, the serving size is the 1 tortilla, and it has 110 calories, which is not too bad, 35 calories from fat. But the ingredients, let me go over the ingredients with you. Water, which is good. Modified fruit starch, I don't know what that means, but it's got cornstarch, tapioca starch, and therefore it's gluten-free. Rice flour, soy flour, dextrose, sugar number 1, soybean oil, vegetable puree and extracts, garlic, cilantro, basil, parsley, spinach, hydrolyzed soy protein, natural flavor, number 2, sugar, artificial color, yellow 5, yellow 6, blue 1, red 40. Milled chia seeds, yeast, contains 2% or less of the following: potato starch, xanthan gum, salt, rice starch. You know what? I just can't read it anymore. But there's another 5 more sentences of food ingredients. So you can see there's nothing red about this. I don't know if you can actually see it. It's just green and looks like toasted. It doesn't have to be refrigerated. That's sign number 1. When a perishable item does not need to be refrigerated, you need to ask how come. And of course, looking for the ingredients. So red 40 is there in a lot of the pills. So if you take any medications, you're probably exposed to a lot of these food additives. I just thought I will bring this point to you because this lady's story was so remarkable and very impactful what she did. And I think those of us who just read the labels on the front, you can see how food we can get. So just be informed and stay smart. I hope that information was good.